Race number 8, the Blue Pool Handicap for the Class 1 Gallopers, and Computer Patch comes to Happy Valley for the first time. He's out of group racing, as is Kirpany, Nervous Witness, Campione and Rewarding Together. Handsome Bobo is a last start winner. Pinghai Galaxy's won 2 of his last 4. We've got Keep You Warm going back from the 1,000 to the 1,200 metres. Family Folks goes the other way. Harmony and Rich hasn't done a whole lot since September of 2021, but he does have early pace. And Astrologer Nick comes off the all-weather last time and back to Happy Valley, a track that he has won a couple of times at. Now, the speed map here, we run 1,200 metres. It's a Class 1, so no surprising, it's a good pace.
It certainly will be, absolutely. And look, Nervous Witness is a horse we know loves to jump and run. And look, some track work you've seen from him perhaps this week is he really does tank along. And Hugh Bowman's going to ride him for the first time. Harmony and Rich, as you alluded to, Mark, won't be too far away. He's got plenty of dash. Computer Patch, a horse who's been out of form, but he's drawn wide, so he might just have enough pace early to get across 1 or 2. And Campione, Paul, a horse that I know you've been quite fond of, is drawn well to go forward as well.
Yeah, I don't think he's got the pace of Nervous Witness. Last time they met, Nervous Witness was clear of him. The query horse for me is Kirpany. Now, Kirpany does like to go forward normally, but he's drawn wide. If he goes forward, he could end up where Computer Patch is. In the past, they have ridden him back, and they did ride him back in a recent trial. So I just think it's more than likely that he'll go back.
That is the speed map for race number 8. We are going to kick off, though, with an interview about a really nice horse. He's coming back to his favourite track. His name is Rewarding Together. Nick spoke to his jockey, Sylvester de Souza.
Sylvester, a couple of nice Class 1 races on Wednesday night, and I'm sure you'd love to win one, if not both of them. And Rewarding Together is your mount in the 1,200 metre one. He was very good last time down the straight at Group 3 level.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm pleased with the rides, and and I think he could be very competitive.
Just on that form, obviously what he had shown last time, that was only the first time you'd ridden him. I mean, he would suggest that in a race of this nature, he should go very close.
Yeah, it's like we like the horse, and like they said, I presume the horse is in good form, and he comes to this race with a chance.
Course and distance form can sometimes be key. 6-time winner over the course and distance as well. That's going to stand him in very good stead, I would imagine.
Absolutely, and it's like I like the horse. He ran a good race last time out, and he's familiar with the track. And now, if you think goes in our way, and I think he's a big player.
Plenty of pace on in the race as well. He's a horse that I imagine will take a bit of a sit. I suppose that can't be a bad thing as well, given where you're drawn.
Absolutely, yeah. It's like they say, he's familiar with the track, and Happy Valley usually is always pace on the race, and especially in the sprint courses. And I'm happy with the ride, and if he put the same performance he put last time in the race in Shatin and turn to Happy Valley, he should be very, very close.
He certainly should. And just for yourself, Sylvester, obviously a bit of news coming out in the last week or so that you're going to stay with us to the end of the season. Obviously, that's great news for many, because obviously you've got a big following here. But for yourself, to stay here in Hong Kong, I guess, to the point you've got now where, you're high up in the Premiership, you've very much established yourself, that's certainly a good thing. Yeah.
I've been getting support from the owners and trainers, and no, I was just pleased, and and the Jockey Club considering to extend my license, and I am happy to do so.
There he is, Sylvester de Souza. So that's his thoughts on the race. Let's go back to the Bohemia Sprint Trophy and see what Nick and Paul think about the race. So we'll get them out of the gates up there at the 1,000 metres and then show you who is where. We have got Rewarding Together, who's actually never won over at Shatin, but he certainly loves racing around Happy Valley. Kirpany is drawn out wider in the yellow cap. Nervous Witness, he's over on the far side. And then we've got Computer Patch. He's from barrier number 11, and Campione. He struggled in this race, Nick, but he's also struggled when he races over at Happy Valley. Rewarding Together certainly hasn't. 6-time winner, course and distance.
Yeah, he's got a wonderful record, hasn't he, at the track? And look, this run was right out of the top draw. It was a Group 3 handicap, of course. Now, do bear in mind, he carried 117 pounds. He's going to carry 15 pounds more on his back this time in, but it's his happy hunting ground, and he looks set fair to run a nice race. Nervous Witness, Paul, was first up after a lengthy break. And look, I didn't think the run of Kirpany was the worst here.
No, I thought they both ran pretty well, but Rewarding Together is definitely the one I'm going to take out of this race. I thought, look, this is not really a suitable race for him. Side Success has come out and run third in the Group 1 on the weekend. So coming back to his happy hunting ground, as we've mentioned, of Happy Valley, I think he's right up here, and I think he's going to get the pace to get the race run to suit.
What have you made of his track work, Paul? This is from the 3rd of February.
Yeah, it's going well. There's no problems with him track work-wise. Drawn nicely in barrier number 6. I think he can easily win this race. He's got a lot of things in his favour here.
He definitely has, and there's look at his profile there on screen. And for a 6-year-old, he's done a really good job, and all 6 of those wins have been over this course and distance. So certainly knows his way around.
His trainer's having a great season again. Nick reigning championship winner Frankie Law. What about the races on Wednesday night? Is there a few winners amongst them?
I think there most definitely is. Heroic Master can bounce back. Forgive him last time. Cheer for South looks a very interesting newcomer. Excellent Peers, he might be up and around his mark now, but he's clearly a very nice horse. Speedy Mouse, Beauty Live is a horse I like. Everyone's delight in as well, and obviously those 2 in the last couple of races, Paul, look to be strong chances.
Yeah, he's got some really good chances for it. I think Everyone's Delight might run a bit of a cheeky race from the front as well.
He comes back from the all-weather to the turf. We're going back to the Happy Valley Trials now, Paul, and there is Kerpenny down on the inside, but leading for home here is Nervous Witness. What about him? He goes to the 1,200 metres this week. All of his wins have been at the 1,000.
Yeah, look, if they leave him alone in front, I think he can run a cheeky race. He has run well over the 1,200 in the past without winning. You can see what I was talking about Kerpenny, how they came off the pace in this particular contest, and he finished off the trial quite nicely, I thought, as well. So I think that's why they'll go back on him. All Greek to me is another horse that he won the trial, but he's in a different race.
Yeah, he is. And look, Nervous Witness was good. As for the trip, he just needs to be harnessed, that enthusiasm, and maybe Hugh Bowman's the man.
Okay, so that's that trial. Now we go to this race at Happy Valley. We're going to show the whole race here because they absolutely fly along, which assists Handsome Bobo, who was away okay. We know he can be fast out, he can be slow out. Pinghai Galaxy's having a terrific season. Astrologer, he failed on the all-weather last time, but Happy Valley will be better. Harmony and Rich is struggling. Keep You Warm, he's also in this race in the blue cap, and that is how they start here. Nick, the other horse to watch out for who's not in this race but is Street Scream, and the amount of ground he makes up over the concluding stages.
Yeah, he was extremely eye-catching, wasn't he? So keep an eye on him late. Doesn't have much early dash in the first part of the race, but he does flash home. As for the result of this, well, the winner, Handsome Bobo, is now on a career high mark of 96 at the age of 8. So I think it's going to be tough for him. And as you touched upon, Mark, the race clearly was tailored to his needs. Those that have finished behind, Pinghai Galaxy is just a wonderfully consistent horse, and obviously he's come out and won on the all-weather, so certainly boosted that form for Handsome Bobo, if you did like him, Paul.
Yeah, look, I'm going to take Astrologer out as well, because he had that run on the all-weather, which didn't really suit him last time. He's only had a couple of starts with a new stable, and I just thought he's a lot better placed here with the light weight and the pace on in the race. I think he'll be finishing off strongly. So I've got him in on mine line.
There is Handsome Bobo starting to get through the centre here. Pinghai Galaxy getting up the rail. We're going to see his all-weather win shortly, and Street Scream over on the far side through on the fence as well. But Handsome Bobo just getting there, and he carries 123 pounds for Matthew Poon. Here is that all-weather race, Paul, with the very consistent Pinghai Galaxy that Nick mentioned, and you're just forgiving Astrologer this race and just not going on the all-weather.
Yeah, and first start for the new stable as well. I just think he's better placed here with a lightweight and a good barrier draw. So forget that run. But look, Pinghai Galaxy, he's going really well at the moment. Everything's going in order for him. He has just got barrier 10. That was the little concern.
Yeah, it certainly has to be, doesn't it? Karis Teton on board for the second time. Went close on this horse a couple of runs ago. Look, this is his 4th run since the turn of the year, so he's been kept busy, but he's clearly a happy horse doing so.
That is a breakdown of the replays and also Sylvester's thoughts on the race. Who do you like, Paul?
I do like Sylvester's mount, rewarding together. I think he can win this race. He's got a lot of ticks, as we said earlier in the program here. Nervous Witness, he'll be in front, he'll be out of trouble, so he goes in there next. Astrologer and Kerpenny finishing off late. 5-3, 12 and 2.
Yeah, I've also got the 5 on top, Rewarding Together. He does look the one, I think, to beat in this. Absolutely loves it round here, so he'll go on top over Nervous Witness, who hopefully can see out the trip well. I think he'll certainly be up to running a good race. Kerpenny in as well, and I've put Pinghai Galaxy in. Model of consistency makes it into my top 4. 5, 3, 2 and 7.
It's a really good Class 1 race, race number 8.